What am I doing on the news? You're watching Xavier News on the Muskie, though. Hi everyone, I'm Will Marmonti. Lauren is out of town and PJ is crying in the corner because I hit him. So we are combining news and sports.
And I'm Lucy Nowakowski. We have a lot in store for you this week, including Battle of the Bands, updates in sports, and upcoming events on campus. This past week, the state of Cincinnati, sponsored by the Institute of Politics and Public Life, brought 9 of 12 living former mayors of Cincinnati to Xavier to discuss the city's political, social, and economic issues, as well as talk about their time in office. Among the former mayors, talk show host Jerry Springer was present.
Obviously, the first bit of sports we have is in men's basketball, and the hiring of our new head coach. It will be Sean Miller's right-hand man, Chris Mack, taking over the helm for the men. Mack, a former Xavier basketball player himself, expressed his love for Xavier and the city of Cincinnati, and translating that passion into continued success for the men's program. Jason Fair put together a review of the coaching shenanigans this offseason.
The Xavier community is ready for an offseason of going after big-name recruits and building for next year. However, before we went our separate ways for Easter break, our campus was struck with heartbreaking news.
I want to make sure that as best I can, and I don't know if there's protocol for things like this, is to make sure that I do the very best job I can of leaving Xavier the way Xavier deserves to be left. And I cannot say enough good things about this place. One of the most difficult, if not the most difficult decision that I've ever made, and it's because of the people that are here. I think the place I'm going speaks for itself. I'm excited, but right now it's not about that. It's about just making sure that you understand the city of Cincinnati, the friends that I've met, the families that I've met, the people, the players have been just nothing short of a dream. And it's, having said all that, I know I'm the guy that's leaving, but don't think for a second that it's fun to leave. I'm all of a sudden waving goodbye, and it's not that easy.
First thing I want to do is honestly give a very sincere thank you to Sean Miller. He's a terrific coach, obviously, a great friend, somebody that over the last 8 years has really contributed to the continued rise and growth of our program. There's no doubt about that. We owe him a tremendous debt of gratitude for all that he's done on behalf of this program. And you know, he has helped bring us to the point where we are poised right now to be the very best that we've ever been in our history. And there's nothing I can say but thank you for that.
No one expected him to leave this year when our team is on the brink of breaking down the door to the Final Four. The healing process soon began, and not long after Xavier came back from break, we were given the great news of our assistant, now turned head coach, Chris Mack.
I know many people may question my head coaching experience, but believe me, I've made basketball decisions my entire life. I know my Xavier experience and my passion for this school, you can't be matched. That's got to count for something. You could have brought a different coach, a different person in here, but the time it would have taken him to acclimate himself to Xavier, what Xavier's about, our players and the system they believe in, that experience, it wouldn't have happened overnight. Trust me when I tell you. I also want you to know that I'm going to surround myself with the best coaching staff Xavier's ever had.
Let's hope he brings us the same success that Coach Miller did. This is Jason Fair reporting for XCU on Channel 18, The Muskie.
The Xavier University Army Reserve Officer Training Corps All-for-One Battalion will host a regional Best Ranger competition on April 18th at several locations throughout the Cincinnati area, including Mount Airy National Forest, Lunken Airfield, and the Xavier campus. This is the 10th year for the competition. Speaking of Rangers, this past week, Andrea Perry got the scoop on recent muggings on campus with Officer Grossman.
Hi Musketeers, the year is winding down, but the crimes are not. I'm here with Officer Grossman for This Week at Coffee. Officer, something very alarming alarming happened on Dana on April 9th. Can you tell us?
Sure. A student was robbed up on Dana Avenue in about the 1500 block. Somebody came in asking for something, got into his house somehow, ended up taking money and property from his person. The subject then ran down Dana Avenue towards Victory Parkway. Cincinnati police responded to assist us. They brought a canine out and they couldn't track him past the Dana Avenue. He's described as a male, about 5'10". He's wearing all dark clothing. Another description has him wearing a tan jacket.
Okay, great. So just to clarify, this person is still out there. He has not been caught yet.
Right.
Right.
He hasn't been caught yet. We would ask all students, if you see anything suspicious, either call us at 745-1000 or call 911 for the Cincinnati or Norwood Police.
And also something very artistic happened on campus, if I might use those words. Can you tell us about that?
Sure. Somebody sprayed graffiti on the Cohen Center and a couple of the houses we own up on Montgomery Road. Happened over the weekend. We've notified physical plant, and they're supposed to remove it this week.
Okay, great. So students, remember, if you want to express your artistic talents, use paper or some other means instead of a building or a house. Thank you. This is Andrea Perry reporting for Xavier News on Channel 18, The Muskie.